You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales. Streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
What is going on, everybody? It's so good to see you here on Triple T. You know what? I literally, whenever that starting music starts, I have like 30 seconds to just kind of think and let my brain go wherever. And Wendy, I was thinking about you, and I realized that this is the second last episode where you and I are going to be in the same room when we do the shows. For those of you out there who don't know, what's up, Phil? Hi, Jewish Dragons. I want to know what a Jewish dragon looks like, by the way. I'm moving. I'm moving to Illinois at the end of this month, and then a month after that, I'm moving back home to Canada. And so Wendy and I won't be able to do shows live together for quite some time.
Not from the same room.
Not from the same room, exactly. So I won't have you right there in front of me going, okay, you're talking too much.
The private chat.
I know, right? So I'm going to miss that. Hey, Rayla, we're doing good. You haven't had dinner? Oh, okay. Well, hopefully you come back because we have an awesome show tonight. My man, Onrie Kompan, is here tonight. And I think you'll like this, Rayla. I think you guys will all like this. He actually brought prizes for first and second place. So pretty great, if I do say so myself. So, yeah. So you know what? Enough of that. Wendy, I love hanging out with you. Let's do more of it. But you know what? Enough of that. Let's get on to the show. We'll see Onrie right after this.
You'll make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
What is going on, man?
I'm doing my best to not have any fun right now.
I saw that. I was like, are you the king of no fun, or am I?
Absolutely. No, that won't be me. No,
Okay.
I wear that crown proudly. There will be no fun, especially on the Experience.
That's something I love about, we kind of have our own little things too. Everyone loves to make fun of me for my backgrounds or lack of background, or pardon?
How loud you are.
For how loud I am, or for any number of foibles. They love to get on me. Lyle, good to see you. Make two, good to see you.
The one thing I'm really fortunate that's really fortunate for me is no one ever makes fun of me. I usually just make fun of myself, and it just, it reverberates.
Well, and you and I are kind of similar in that, where that, we love to kind of make fun of each other. Like, we're self-deprecating, so we're more than willing to have fun with ourselves and with the audience. Finn,
actually, as you said to me, I'm self-flatulating, so it's like, that's my problem. I'm making fun of myself and beating myself at the same time for it.
I thought this was supposed to be in an interview with Conor McGregor. I'm out. Well, this is going to be really interesting with no producer, but I'm here for it.
Oh, that's great. Oh, this is too much fun. What's up, everybody? Chuck, before we get into this, I just want to say what you said to Wendy just now as you started the show was really touching. And, my heart goes out to both you guys. I know you guys got a big move coming up and all this stuff. And I'm really excited to have you coming into Chicago. We're going to hang out. We're going to do some brainstorming. We're going to buy some comics. We're going to do the whole thing. Get into some trouble.
Dude, I get to hang out with you on Free Comic Book Day, which is one of the nerdiest days of the year, and it's compounded by the fact that it's also Star Wars Day. So, it's going to be huge. I'm going to have so much fun. So, yeah, I'm super excited.
It's also not fun. It's also National Not Fun Day, too.
Oh, is it really now, huh?
Yeah, it's a national holiday.
Hey, it could be. There's a national day for everything.
Right, there is a national day for everything. David says, every time I try to make fun of Onrie, he just plays a mariachi band, so I can't ever get it out. Yes, Rayla, free comic book day is coming, but you know what's not free, sadly? Kickstarter. And the thing is that that's something that, you know what, we got to focus a little bit on, because we really, really, really want to push Onrie over that goal. You're at like what, $2,000 out of 3?
Man, today was just such a brutal day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because we were 2/3 funded yesterday. We were at $2,050. So I was hoping, like, okay, I'm gonna wake up and we're gonna be at like $2,100. You know, we still got 5 days to go. No, we got bumped down because we unfortunately lost a big backer, like one of our biggest backers left, and so that knocked us down. So we're right now like $14 away from hitting $2,000. So
okay.
like, yeah, we're really close. Naked Grandpa remarks our stretch goal. Yeah, actually, should probably offer that. I need I need to start looking into that.
Naked grandma.
Man, oh man.
Naked Grandpa, Wendy.
Naked Grandpa remarks. All right. I'm in. I'm interested. Stevie B said, "How is everyone tonight? What are the cursing rules in Canada?" Okay, so first off, because he says, "Is it still one per show, or are the YouTube mounties lax?" So here's the thing: cursing in Canada is very okay. We love swearing. We're a big fan of it. But sadly, YouTube is still an American company, so it is not affected at all. It does not change.
It does not affect.
Yeah. I could curse like a mother, but YouTube, yeah, they still act the same way. So sadly, one per show. So I always hold it to the end. I don't know if you knew that, Onrie, but I always hold it so that I can do my my name is Chuck, and I give a. But sometimes the guest will swear and they take it from me. And you know what? It's okay. The guest always gets the first swear word.
Well, you know, as long as no one is knucking butts on this show, we're good.
All right. Okay. I'm good with that. So let's do it. Let's get on to it, because you and I have joked. We could joke. We got several episodes. We could do a 24-hour stream of you and I just hanging around. But really, this is the one time where I feel like you and I almost have to be serious, because the book is so serious. So can you please tell everybody here about Marx?
So Marx, now
It's tough.
all right. Well, anyway, Marx is the story of my grandfather's life. It's a biography done in a graphic novel format of my grandfather's life. And during World War II, he was a Russian Jewish soldier who fought the Nazis. So what's interesting about Marx is it gives us a different take on World War II. Like most of the time, when you see anything about World War II, it's usually seen from the American front. There's not a lot of content out there that really shows us what happened on the Russian side, and it was far more brutal. And the Russians were involved with the war a lot longer than America was. America entered the war in I think 1942, if I'm not mistaken.
42-43, yeah.
42-43, and Russia was in it since 41. So they had that extra year, and the war reached Russia. I mean, Germany invaded Russia as part of Operation Barbarossa. That was like their whole thing, to like take over Russia. And my grandfather was on the front lines of that conflict, pushing the Germans back onto the Western Front. And he spent a year on the front lines, just shooting down Nazi airplanes and fighting as a Soviet soldier. Enemy at the Gates was a great movie. That was actually a movie that I really enjoyed, about the sniper. But this is a little bit different. My grandfather didn't have this like record of being a sniper. He led a small unit, and what they did was they had these armored trucks, and the trucks had cannons on top of them, and they would basically go from one destination to another and basically support. They would be anti-aircraft. They would be the anti-aircraft team. What's up, buddy?
Wow.
Yeah, give me a minute, okay? I'll be back. It was pretty crazy, like hearing his stories. And what was really hard about it was he was dying while he was actually telling me these stories. Because when he was alive, my grandpa was a real big bullshitter. And I'm not allowed to say that on here, right? And,
No, you just took my swear word. You're good.
damn it.
You're good.
And I
You're
added
good.
another one. Like, seriously. And I did it in front of my kid, too.
Oh, I love it.
I'm like,
I really do.
I'm like a bull in a china shop. Well, anyway, the thing about this book was I didn't want my grandfather to be seen. I didn't want it to just be grounded in everything, like just serious and like making it a constant tearjerker. There's funny moments too, because the way I knew my grandpa was, he was an old man who thought everybody was stupid and everything was dumb, because he was so smart, and he hated comics. He like absolutely he actually we were driving once to the hospital and he said, "You're writing a story about me?" And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "And it's a comic book?" And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "Well, I hope I die before it comes out." And his wish came true. It actually happened.
I'm sorry. My only reaction can be to laugh at that.
How can he die?
Right?
And now I'm reading David Moore's comment. 3T, more like 3C, canceled.
Yeah, canceled. Wow. So
yeah.
What I love about the story and the idea is it is actually like it comes from what I enjoy about it comes from another source. Wendy and I are big Rush fans, and the lead singer bassist of Rush is Geddy Lee, who is a Jewish Canadian, and he put out his book recently, and he has a whole chapter about his parents during World War II.
It was hard.
Yeah, well, Wendy said it was very hard to read, and what was interesting was he said, "There's no way for you guys to fully understand my story unless you also understand theirs." Do you feel like a lot of that way yourself, where it's like you can't fully understand what Onrie's life has been like unless you understand what those who came before him had to deal with?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I could go to that length. And by the way, I'm a huge Rush fan too. They're the best. But
You should read the book.
Read the book.
I will. Neil Peart. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Best drummer of all time. But the thing about it is, I just saw my grandpa as a person in this time. And the thing is he was in a very different world, and I've been to that world. I spent a lot of time in post-Soviet countries because my firstborn son was born in a post-Soviet country, and the thinking on that side of the world is very different. And there's good aspects to it, and there's bad aspects to it. And my grandfather, he considered himself a communist, but not in the traditional sense of I'm big on government. He liked the idealistic aspects of communism, where everybody kind of like, it wasn't about fame, it wasn't about chasing the dollar, it was about contributing to society and doing that. Like, that to him was more important. But I think that was more of like I don't think he was really thinking about that as the war was going on. I mean, like, I don't know if anybody can really understand. I can't even understand what it was like for him to, you have to understand when he basically ended high school, got drafted in the military, went to officer training school because he had good grades. They basically gave him 2 weeks of training and then threw him on the front lines. Like, that's it. And none of these people knew what they were getting themselves into. And they were basically just going on the front lines, fighting one of the most formidable military, factions in history. I mean, World War II was the largest mechanized war in history, and the Germans were united. They had great strategy. They were very powerful. They were a very worthy adversary. This is why the war lasted as long as it did. And the only reason why Russia was able to win was because of the bodies that they were throwing at the Germans. Stalin was throwing so many bodies out into the battlefield that, like, basically there weren't even enough weapons for the soldiers. So, one soldier would carry a magazine, another one would throw a rifle. As soon as the guy with the rifle gets shot, the guy with the magazine grabs the rifle and starts, loads it up and starts shooting. If you ever turned your back on the enemy, you would just be shot right away. It was nuts. And there was one story my grandfather told me of a pilot who was supposed to fly over, and they were given instructions: don't shoot this plane. You'll know it's the right pilot because there'll be a green light. Well, some time passes and they see that plane fly over and there's a red light. So they shoot down the plane and the soldier comes, the pilot lands, and you think he's going to be like, sorry, we shot you. No, the soldiers all kicked his ass. They left him for dead. They just beat him up because he turned his back on the enemy. You're not allowed to do that. And it's a very, very different mentality than what happened on the U.S. front. I mean, there was so much treachery within the Russian government, and they were just, Stalin was awful. It was absolutely terrible to his people.
Yeah. So, how? I guess I'm not asking you how the story ends, because that's insane. But when you're writing something like this, how do you finish it? How do you end it in a way that will not only satisfy the readers, but also not be a massive downer?
Well, that was a great question. So I decided to end the story. It ends as a love story. So about how he meets my grandma, and that story is fascinating because he was actually married, and so was my grandma. And so the moment he met my grandma for the first time, he said he fainted. He fell in love with her. And I was like, my God, what a dork, and he just he had goosebumps and everything. And, that whole thing happened with him, and she didn't want anything to do with him. She actually thought he was weird because he couldn't talk to her normally. He was just so enamored by her. And so he gets her number and he starts calling her all the time. And he actually worked with her husband. And so he tried to hook her husband up with other women. And, he was getting all these great stories from my grandma. And I was like, this is how you end this, that was tough too. I mean, another thing too is so many people after the war just shacked up with people. Because it's just that's what happened. When my grandfather was released from the Gulag, he wasn't allowed to go into major cities. So he was taken in by a friend from his youth, and he just lived with her, and he got her pregnant. They had 2 kids together, and then he met my grandma and realized, no, this is, I don't want to be with this person. I want to be with her.
Yeah.
And so that's really how I ended it. I had to, I had to answer that question, and that's where it took me.
Now, another funny thing, I love you. You and I have worked together on multiple books now, and you're very much about, I want the best person for the job. So they don't necessarily have to have a big name or anything like that. You just want the best person for the job. But as I look over the cast of people that you have working on Marx, I go, oh, okay. So this is actually a really strong group. Can you name some of the people you got on that book? Because, dude,
absolutely. The first person I hired was J.M. DeMatteis. For those of you guys who don't know, he is currently doing a Spider-Man book. Where is my Spider-Man book that he's doing presently? This is it right here. This just came out a couple weeks ago, the Spider-Man book.
Nice.
He's also an Eisner Award-winning writer. He created Craven's Last Hunt. He also did The Death of Aunt May. So I was like, if anybody's going to help me write a strong story here, it's going to be this guy. So I hired him. He was the known talent I brought on, but not because of not simply because of the name recognition, but because of what aspects he brought to the story in terms of his ability to tell an emotional story. And then I asked him, I don't know who to hire as an artist. So he just started giving me names, and we just started putting together this team. And it turns out all these people are guys who worked in Image, Marvel, Top Cow, CrossGen. We just had this huge team of people come together who worked on mainstream comics, doing all kinds of stuff. And, that was really awesome. And we just, for this edition of Marx, we added some stuff. So we have a new cover and a new subtitle for it. The cover was done by Fabrice Sapolsky, who is the co-creator of Spider-Man Noir. And we also added some content in the back too. So anybody who has picked up Marx before, you're getting more content and you're getting remastered files here too. So this book's really going to look gorgeous. Yeah. And I'm really proud of everything that everyone has done here. And another thing I want to add to that too is it's not in the awards, but if you go to the add-ons, you can actually add on some of Dan Doherty's original artwork on the book. And there's only 4 pieces that we put up there. Each one's going for $400, but you're getting like black, white, grayscale original art, and if we just get 2 backers to pick up 2 pieces, or just 1 backer to pick up 1 piece, that'll get us over the top. We'll definitely not have any problems funding this, and it'll be good for the artists too. And I think right now, with what we're facing with AI and everything, this is just an example of why working with artists is so important, is because you got that original art.
Yeah.
That's for the collectors, Yeah.
So
for those of you guys who are like comic collector or original art collectors and fans of like, Soviet stuff, this is something to definitely check out.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I think what also is interesting about this book and different about this book is that, any other comic book that you pick up, or almost any, a lot of them are stuff that comic fans are going to enjoy. You know what I mean? But this is a coffee table book. Like, this is a book that you could put on your coffee table and people would look and be like, what the heck is this? And you'd really be able to be like, dude, this is a graphic novel take on Russia, on a Russian World War II story. And I just think that there's something to be said about something like that, because it's not something we see enough of in the comic world. And I believe that it's one of those things that could really make some of the older generations who don't have the respect for the medium that I truly believe it deserves, where they could take a look at it and go, oh damn, like this is really amazing, and this is, I think, something that could really make them change their mind about the medium.
Yeah, I agree. And that was kind of, my approach to making the book was I never really followed tropes on, what's hot now. Let's chase that next big trend. Yeah. I want to tell human stories that matter to me, because, we got a limited time on this planet, and then that's it. And all we have left to leave, all we leave behind is the work that we do. Yeah. And that's one thing that I have to say that I appreciate about working with you. I see a lot of the same things I learned working for JM, having JM as my editor, is, both of you guys kind of harp on the idea of, telling the most human story, getting to the root of what's going to make the story come together. And I really appreciate about both of you. And that was actually kind of what led me to bringing you on board as editor for both Houston Chin and Warline. Like when you and I started talking initially, your approach to editing was very similar to JM's, and it's you know what you're doing, bro.
Well, thanks. I think, and that's why I like working with you, because a lot of times, like when I'm talking to people, I'm going, yeah, that's cool, but. And with you, I don't have to say, yeah, that's cool, but I can, I find myself saying things like, this is cool, and I like that it connects to our theme. I like that it shows the idea of legacy, or whatever other themes and ideas we're talking about. So at the end of the day, it's not about strictly trying to do something that's cool. It's trying to do something that works with our themes and our ideas of the books, but also is pretty neat, like can be badass too.
And here's the thing: I've pitched you bad ideas, and you've told me, "Hey, I don't think this is going to work." And
Yeah,
that's the point of bringing on an editor for anybody who's interested in making comics. Is you bring the editor on so that he can catch the things that the audience will catch otherwise. It's much better to hear from your editor behind closed doors, like, dude, this ain't gonna work, as opposed to just being like, all right, you know what? I ain't paying this guy anyway, but I'm gonna ignore everything he says and I'm gonna just do it my way. I think that and usually, if you're truly against something, you and I have a conversation, we kind of work and find a way to kind of meet in the middle. But I don't think we've ever had that. And I've always been a lot more attentive to editors because of the fact that they're the conductors. They're the ones. I hire editors to watch my ass. Like, oh wait, I used another spot.
Ass isn't a big deal. You're good.
Oh, so we can use it all the time.
Yeah.
Right, that's awesome.
You use that whole ass, Onrie.
You just back that ass up. That's all we need to worry.
Exactly. So, we do have to head out to. I'm getting Wendy's giving me the sign. All right, come on, we gotta move along. But so, dude, I feel the same way. I freaking love working with you. You mean the editor is not there to tell you how awesome you are? Yeah, that's not. I love that. That's not my job.
No, it's not, and it's not that the editor is there to tell the writer that they're awesome once they get the book done and they do it right. That the editor, Chuck, you have always helped me shine in the best light as an editor, but also as a friend. But primarily as an editor, that's what the editor's job is to do. It's not to crap on the writer and tell him he sucks at everything, but to help build him up and to show him what could be done better.
Yeah, at the end of the day, look, we're either gonna make a good book or a crappy book, but regardless of which book we're gonna make, both of our names are on that damn thing. Exactly. So either we're both gonna work together on this thing, or you're gonna pay me and I'm gonna walk on to the next one. Yeah. So yeah, and I've done that. Like it happens where you're like, hey man, I don't think that's gonna work, and they're like, I don't care, and you're like, cool. Well, the check's already cashed, so that's your call. But don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah. I've had people come back to me and say, yeah, man, you were right. And I'm like, well, if you decide to hire me again, remember that before we go to print, okay? That would be so much more helpful.
And this is why I like you so much, is because you're like, next time you think about hiring me, I was thinking you were going to say you're going to have to pay double.
Yeah, right? Nah. I already asked for more than I'm worth.
That's not true at all.
I know it's not. No, I actually maybe a little under. But anyways, thank you so much, Onrie. I freaking love hanging out with you. Yeah. Can you show everybody what we're playing for today? Because you did something awesome, because you and I have worked together. You brought a first and second place prize.
Yes, I did. And the reason why I did that is for two reasons. One, because this is a book you worked on as well. And I'm very proud to have you on it. And second, this book is nominated for Heroic Awards for Best Literary Technical. So this is going to be really exciting. So we got the Fabrice Sapolsky variant of War Lion 2, which is a black and white edition, the noir edition of the book. And then we have the color edition that's done by Cannon White. This is a $20 book. This is a $15 book. Answer the trivia. Whoever's going to win the first place prize is getting the color edition. Second place gets the noir edition. So good luck to all the contestants. I hope one of you guys wins it big. And I will sign your book for you and send it to you. We'll also provide a digital link for you to read the first issue for free, so you can be caught up on the series.
Absolutely. And hey, guys, if you want it double signed, if you also want it signed by the editor, I'll actually be meeting up with him in about 2.5, 3 weeks. So let us know, and we can always make something like that happen. So Absolutely. Be more than willing to. If you want it right away and you don't care, I get that. I completely get that. I wouldn't give a crap if I had the editor's signature either. And you know what? I'll probably see you guys on the road.
This case, you're going to want it, because I will tell you this. this book would not exist if it wasn't for the editor, because it was our conversation together that got the train rolling. So
I love that conversation. Well, dude, thank you so much. Feel free, if you've got time, you can stick around for the trivia. If you don't, I get it, because I know you got a show.
I got kids to put to bed, and then I got a show. But Chuck, it's always a pleasure being on here. Again, if it wasn't for my other responsibilities, I would definitely be here for it.
Heck yeah. All right. Thank you, homie. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.
Much love, man. All right, guys. We're going to be back right after this.
What do you call the place on Spider-Man's wrists where the webs come out? His website. I hate myself for writing that joke, but you'd make me feel so much better if you just visited our website. We have links to our merch, new release lists, all the show info, and so much more. TheEXPLive.com.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra, yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like...
No regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other. And with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's going to be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
Make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Man, oh man, we are back, and there is a lot to respond to. Rayla, I say Spider-Woman as well. I love a good Spider. I feel like there's not enough. There's so many like Spider-Gwens and all that. I love a good
Spider-Woman.
Jessica. Yeah, a good old Spider-Woman. So yeah, I'm all about that. And there was another one up here. Oh, that was sweet. Rayla said she would love it double signed, which yeah, I'm down. Just let us know, guys. And oh yeah, David Moore said, Chuck, next time you see Onrie, I want a Chuck original War Lion sketch. I'm not a great artist, but I can absolutely do that. If you're serious about that, I will be seeing him for Free Comic Book Day. Let me know, and I could actually do like a remark or something like that on one of your books. I would absolutely do that. In honor of the move, will every answer tonight be John Candy or Molson? Not everyone, but maybe a couple. Actually, it's probably going to be next week's. But we've got some great trivia. I got it all set up. Wendy, you excited?
Yeah, always.
You're getting okay. Yeah, Dave Moore. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, just let me know when it comes May 4th, when it comes closer to the date, and I'll 100% absolutely do that for you. I would love to draw something for you, Wendy.
Yes.
And for anyone else who may be new, I know we had Jewish Dragons in here who was new, and there was other people. Questions? First person to give us the right question gets 3 points. Second gets 2. If you make us laugh, we usually throw in a point as well. Winner tonight, first and second, they both win an issue of Warlion 2, a special variant. We have the color edition, and we have the noir for second place. So it's going to be a good night. We're going to have lots of winners. We're going to have some fun. Wendy, you got a question number 1 over there?
I do.
All right, let's do it.
All right. We're gonna try to get through them a little quickly because we're starting a little late.
As always.
I know. Well, it's
For me,
later than usual.
For me, it's right on time.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
All right, we'll get through as many as we can. All right, number 1. What was the first movie musical?
Really, the first movie musical? Was it like a My Fair Lady or something like that?
Way before that.
Way before that.
Yeah.
It
That was
wasn't.
the 50s, right?
Couldn't have been. I don't know. It couldn't have been like silent movie era though, was it?
Well, how can it be a musical if it's silent?
I don't. Sound of Music. I'm betting it's earlier. Is it like Chicago?
Nope.
See, I'm just guessing, guys. Wizard of Oz. Oh, that could be an interesting one.
Nope. It was before that. So a little hint. It was also the first movie that was considered a talkie. It had one line of dialogue. The rest of it was musical.
Really?
Yes.
Is it an obvious one, like one that a lot of people
It's
know
one that
about?
If you heard it, you know it.
Jazz man, jazz singer, singing in the
There
rain.
we go. We got an answer.
Do we?
Yep.
Was it jazz singer?
Well, has enough people answered?
Well, yeah, we have at least 2 people who said that.
Then yes.
I believe Big Dog Inc. said it first.
Oh,
So,
I thought it was Eddie.
nope.
Okay.
Yeah. So Tom said it first,
Yeah.
and then
Hi, Tom.
shortly, what's up, Tom? Good to see you, man. Tom's gonna win himself some comics. I love that. yeah. Bob and Doug McKenzie is being saved for next week.
Okay, so Tom got the 3 and Eddie got the 2.
That's right. Jazz singer. I've never seen that. Who was in that?
Oh wow. It was
Okay.
1929.
Okay, so
I don't
you were
remember.
young.
Oh, ha, ha. My grandparents were teenagers.
my grandpa was born. My grandpa and grandma, who are both passed away, were born in 27. Al Jolson. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Thank you, Phil. Number 2. I almost said issue 2.
All right, number 2. Which country suffered the most casualties in World War II?
Oh, yeah. Which actually, if you were listening to today's interview, that might give you a bit of a clue. Yeah, right away. Right away, Vendetta gets it, and then shortly behind, we've got Phil Ailing. That's right, folks. It was Russia. Russia actually had a third of the total Soviet Union. Yeah, very fair. They had a third of the total casualties of the entire World War II, of all casualties, which is freaking nuts when you think about that. And it was something I wanted to be able to say while we were talking about it, but I didn't want to give away the answer. But yeah, man, when Onrie was talking about his grandfather saying that they were just pushing buddies in there, like that's it exactly. He wasn't joking. The USSR had women's lib far before Western nations because there just weren't enough men left. Yeah, I believe it. Wendy, question 3.
Right, number 3. In what state is it illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church?
See, it helped me when she said church because I was like, oh, cool. So Bible Belt. 1970. Make 2. You better hope you don't get the right answer because you're probably going to get an extra point for making us laugh. Not Idaho. Not Florida. Not Texas. I don't even, Phil, I don't even know what you're trying to say there. Sorry.
We do have a
We
correct
do.
answer.
Actually, we have 2 correct answers. Multiple.
Oh, okay.
Stevie B, and then right behind was Tom, Big Dog Inc.
Okay.
And Make 2 was, oh my gosh, like a millisecond behind Tom. So, but we will give Make 2 the extra point because they did make us laugh at the 1970. That's right, guys. It's Alabama. Alabama.
It's so that people are not distracted and that they're actually paying attention in church.
You don't need to make a fucking law about that, you know?
No.
Ridiculous. All right, question 3 or 4?
4.
Oh, question 4. All right.
Oh, we're going. All right, number 4. Which culture created the golem?
Oh, yeah. Which culture created the golem? Which, you know,
I have so much delay that I'm hearing myself ask the question after I've already finished.
oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's funny. Oh, I thought Stephen Dennis said Jaws. I'm like, what are you talking about? But yeah, okay. Well, man, you guys got that one right away. It was
Who's second?
Rayla,
Really?
the Jewish people. Yep. And it's funny because growing up, I was a D&D guy, and Whitney, so were you. And so golems were always a part of it, but I assumed it was something.
I thought it was like from the German.
Yeah. And so when I found out that it was Jewish, I was like,
that.
oh man, that's really interesting. That's something that's always kept in the back of my head because I thought it was very interesting. So yeah, Jewish. So Jewish and who was it? Vendetta? Yeah, Vendetta and Rayla got the points for that one.
All right, one more, and then we take a break.
Okay, cool. Question 5.
Number 5. What is the oldest park in New York City?
The oldest park in New York City. Is it the obvious answer? Like, is it the one that?
Nope.
Would everyone know about this park?
Everyone's heard of it, yes.
Okay. It helped that I read the comic. well, that's good, Steve. If that helps.
No, it is not Central Park.
Yeah, not Central Park, apparently. Is Eddie right? I don't know a lot of the parks, so. We got South Park, Bowling Green, Bronx Zoo.
We do have a correct answer.
Oh, okay. So copy other people's answers, guys. Do we have 2 people yet?
Nope.
Prospect Park.
There we go. We'll give it to Phil.
We'll give it to Phil.
Yeah, it's Bowling Green.
Okay. Yeah, I actually don't know about that one. So
it's right across from, or it's near Wall Street. I was trying to find a interesting question about Wall Street, and that ended up coming up.
that was okay. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but I forgot. So good for you. That was smart.
Let's take a break.
All right, cool. You know what, guys? We got about 5 more questions, so we'll be right back with those and our winners right after this commercial.
Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram. According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.
rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
We've got 3 points.
I think it's 3 points.
We've got 3 points separating first place from fourth. So, guys, it is tight. So it's still very much anybody's game, and the people behind that are not far behind.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's very much anybody's game. So we're gonna
basically someone gets a 3 points, it could put them ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're gonna keep on going. Also, guys, remember tonight. Make sure to give us your addresses and everything, your emails and all that. But also let us know if you want us to wait and have your book double signed. Your call. Wendy, question 6. He says that she lights her smoke.
Yeah. Number 6. Which male name means house ruler?
Which male name means house ruler? And of course, there's lots of male names. So I'll help a little bit and say that a lot of kings have had this name.
Well, did you choose it too because your guest's name had something to do with it?
I did, but that's almost like giving it away. We've got Mark, Bob.
There we go. We got it.
Dominus. Mike. Do we have 2?
Nope, just 1.
No, we have only 1 so far.
Actually, Eddie, my name means what is it?
Rayla got it.
Man, it's like manly
Chuck.
or something.
What, your name means manly?
Yeah.
My name means manly.
I know, our names mean the same thing.
Do they really?
Yeah.
That's dumb. So yeah, Rayla got second with Henry.
Okay, got it.
So Eddie and then Rayla got Hendricks. Chuck Ruler. Well, and my last name means family that lives amongst the pine groves. So I like to tell people that I'm a manly family that lives amongst the pine groves, which works because my mom had 4 boys. So, do we have question number 7? Yeah.
Yes. We got a lot of players.
We do. And I don't want too much dead air.
I know. I'm caught up.
Okay. Question 7.
Okay, this is kind of a long one. So, which pop and R&B singer-songwriter received a dolphin-themed gift from PETA after canceling his SeaWorld performance due to receiving information about the mistreatment of whales and dolphins?
Which pop and R&B
singer-songwriter
got a dolphin-themed gift
from
PETA because he stopped doing a SeaWorld show?
He canceled the show.
Okay. Wow. Someone said Seal, and I love that. I hope that's right.
It's not, but that's hilarious.
I want to say it's Michael Jackson.
So
I don't know why.
I know that there's a lot of pop and R&B singers out there. So this singer was a judge on So You Think You Can Dance and Australia's The Voice. He took the place of Keith Urban.
Oh. Australia's?
Yeah.
Is he Australian?
No, he is not. He's American.
Has anyone put down the...
Yeah. Sorry, Eddie. I'm going to give it to Rayla. He doesn't go by Jay, so as far as I know. And then, yes, his middle initial is D, I believe. So I guess we can give this site 2 points to...
Okay, so 3 points to Rayla and 2 to Eddie on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jason Derulo. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, he was supposed to perform there next week. And he received an email from PETA explaining the treatment of the dolphins and whales at SeaWorld and that there's been over 500 dolphins and whales that have died at SeaWorld.
Wow.
Due to mistreatment.
So he canceled it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he said, then I'm not doing my show.
Steve, respect. I've never even heard of that guy. I only heard of him because he's been a guest on those shows that Wendy watches.
Yeah. He's done a lot of collaborations with other singers and stuff. That's where a lot of people know him from.
Cool.
So I just thought it was interesting.
No, that's very interesting. Question 8.
Yes, number 8. All right. Not Dr. Pepper recently announced a new limited time flavor starring what fruit?
Wendy is a stupid big Dr. Pepper fan. She like literally has Dr. Pepper every effing day. It's ridiculous to me, and I don't like the taste of it. Cherry's already
Had
happened.
cherry, Dr.
Vendetta. Yeah, that's already a
It's
thing.
nasty.
Yeah, Wendy doesn't like it.
I don't like any cherry flavored soda. It tastes like cough syrup.
Yeah, not pineapple, not cranberry, not strawberry. It's not an obvious fruit.
Sorry, not this week.
Please ask a question about 1970.
They've already done, so they haven't actually released it yet. Some of the ones y'all have mentioned have been put out
Yeah.
already, but this is a new one.
Oh,
and we do have a correct answer.
we do have a correct answer. Yeah, nicely done. It's definitely if you're a Pina Colada fan, you'll definitely.
I'm trying it.
Yeah. Wendy loves Pina Coladas. Earwax
When was
flavor.
earwax a fruit?
Oh, Make Two got it.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Oh, good for you, Make Two. It's not 1970, but it's still good. And Tom got the 3 points. Yeah, coconut. It's called Coconut Cream Dr. Pepper.
You better believe I'm trying it.
Oh yeah. She stupid loves coconut and Dr. Pepper.
Dr.
So
Pepper,
yeah. That it feels like for her a match made in heaven. But
We'll
part of
see.
me also hopes that it's terrible. She's just like,
There
oh!
was one they came out with not that long ago, and I tried it. I think it was the strawberry cream. Oh my gosh, that was nasty. Oh, it was so bad.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to like that.
Yeah.
Actually, the cream soda one's not too bad.
No, the Dr. Pepper and cream sodas.
Yeah. JD says, wonder what a painkiller would taste like with that. Take the painkiller, then try the drink. Then it won't matter.
We can get through the last two if we do them quickly.
Let's do it. Go.
All right, number 9. Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson have been cast in a remake of what Leslie Nielsen movie?
Honestly, man, I know I'm not, like, I loved the originals, and I don't necessarily love remakes, but I'll still watch it.
I
Because
didn't even know Pamela Anderson was still doing stuff.
she wasn't really, but I think now that she did her little movie about her biography and stuff, people want to give her another shot, and we got it right away. Right away. Steve Vendetta, and then right behind was Connie with Naked Gun. Nicely done, everybody. That's right, Naked Gun. I'll watch it. Do I expect it to be great? I think Pamela will be funny. I don't know about Liam Neeson, but Liam
I've seen him
Neeson,
do some comedy.
he just needs to be ultra serious. So actually, he could pull it off. So I'm interested.
Comedy stuff, and he was good.
Oh, I get it now, JD. Oh, okay, now I'm interested. All right, that sounds interesting. Who's gonna play OJ? Connie. That's where my head went to. Oh, I love you so much. Maybe it should be someone like I don't know. Who's the I want to pee on you guy?
Oh shoot, I missed somebody. Who got that one? Who got the 3 points in that?
Crap. Did you? Vendetta got that, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Vendetta got the 3, and Connie got the 2.
Okay. Number 10. We barely have time.
All right.
All right. Number 10. What state is known as the Prairie State?
Yes. What state is known as the Prairie State? And if it helps anyone at all, the reason I brought it up was twofold. One, it's where Onrie is from, and 2, it's where I'm heading. Yeah, R. Kelly. That's right. R. Kelly. I think he should play that. Either that or Chris Brown. Ooh, or Diddy. Diddy could do a very good job, I think.
What about Ice Cube or Ice-T?
Ice-T, they're nice guys. They're not bad people. We're picking people who are bad guys.
Oh, okay. All right, we got answers.
We do?
Yeah.
All right, who got that one?
That was Eddie and then Rayla.
Eddie and then Rayla. So Wendy's going to figure it out real quick. While I remind you guys, please give us all of your information. Tell us if you want them.
Check out the
Diddy would be too expensive. They'd have to CGI out his ankle monitor. No, they would just film it overseas. Like every, what's his name? Roman Polanski movie. They just do it in Europe. We're terrible. If you guys want it double signed, let us know. If not, we can have them sent out right away. First place is getting that sweet Fabrice Sapolsky comic from War Lion, cover of War Lion, and then the black and white of War Lion 2 will be sent to you as well for second place. So yeah, I'm still here for all my good friends as here today. So smart. Much love, Kenneth. Good to see you, buddy. Wendy, do you have a winner?
I believe so.
Well, do you have multiple winners? Yeah.
One more.
Okay. Well, Wendy's still doing it up. So yeah, man, so excited. Next week we're gonna have my boy Sean Barbour, who is gonna be talking about I Drive for Cerber, and then the week after, sadly, because I'll be moving, we're taking a week off. Wendy, you got your winners?
I do.
Okay. Second place?
Second place is Steve Vendetta.
Second place, Steve Vendetta. You get that sweet black and white comic?
He beat out third place by 1 point.
1
Two
point.
people tied for third.
Okay.
Yeah. And first place goes to Eddie.
Eddie! Way to go, Eddie! Eddie, you'll be winning that one, and then Steve Vendetta will be winning the other one. Congratulations, guys. Congrats, winners. I'm going to go reward my losing effort with last night's leftovers. Much love to all of you guys. Enjoy it so much. I believe
Thanks
right after
to all
this,
the newcomers.
we have Comics 360. Thank you so much. And everybody, keep on coming out for more talk, treats, and trivia. My name is Chuck, and I can't swear because of Onrie. See you next week.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.